Can we not care about the background and the lighting today? Like, can we do that for once? Because it's getting late and we're struggling with the lighting here. I'm sitting directly facing my window so that I have some sort of lighting on my face. It's going to be a very good episode today, guys. We're doing another advice episode. And after looking at some of the advice you guys sent in, I realized I am broken, I am lonely, I am sad, and I need advice. And I'm in no place to be giving any form of advice to you guys. So take everything I say with a grain of salt. I am not a therapist. I am actually in dire need of a therapist. So my GoFundMe link will be in the description for that. I'm kidding. It won't. But I mean, if you guys want to send me money, feel free. Feel free. I'm not allowed to start a Patreon until I start posting on YouTube again, my manager said. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to be posting on YouTube. Anyway, welcome back to Sidetracked. Welcome back to another week. It's just me today. It's just me today. I know, guys, you're disappointed. I know you're disappointed. It's fine. Okay? We got no girlies, but you know what? I am just like a girl. I'm not. I'm a man, but I do take dick. I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry. I'm 32. I shouldn't have said that. And if you're my mom, if you're someone watching this, I don't do that. I do it when I am in love with someone. I'm a very good I'm a very good boy. I didn't want to say that, but that's where my mouth led me. Okay. What is going on right now? Okay. I am very excited to be sitting here today. Bad things happen to me. I realize every single week, it's like, guys, I've had quite the week this week. This and this and this happened to me. No, it's just called life. It's called my life and bad luck. That's what it's called. So you know what happened to me this week? As you guys know, I wear glass contacts. I'm sure most of you know. I've talked about it a lot. I can't wear glasses, can't get LASIK, can't wear normal contacts. The only thing I can do is wear glass contacts because a very lovely eye disease that my mom passed down to me called keratoconus. And I mean, aside from just like my overall life in general, where my parents gave me every single one of their bad ailments and my brother got all the good ones, aside from that, such as hearing loss, eye disease, bad back, ADHD, we won't get into it. I got, yes, this eye disease, and I have to put glass contacts in every day. So in order to do that, I have plungers. I have a plunger to put them in and a plunger to take them out. They're two different plungers, different sizes. They do different things. One inserts, one takes them out. So every day or every night, I have to put them in like their solution and let them sit overnight. And then in the morning when I put them in, I have to clean them off with saline solution, like a different solution. And then I have to turn them so they're kind of like upside down, like a cup. And I have to fill them with the saline solution, fill them, right? So they're like overflowing. Oh, well, hold on. I'm sorry. Okay, so that doesn't make sense. I have to put them down so they're an upside down cup. And then I have to, with the inserting plunger, plunge it up so it's stuck to the plunger. Then I flip it upside down. So now it's a cup suctioned to the plunger. I'm holding the plunger and it's on the top of the plunger like a cup. Then I have to fill it up with saline solution and then I have to look straight down at the ground so the saline solution doesn't fall out of it and put it in my eye while I'm looking straight down at the ground, okay? Well, in the process of me wiping them off in the palm of my hand, I was wiping them off, and keep in mind I'm blind without them and they're in the palm of my hand. Wiping them, I clean them and then I go to pick them up with the plunger. They're on the plunger, right? And then I go to lean to get closer to the mirror. They were still stuck to the palm of my hand. They weren't on the plunger. And when I leaned like this, I crushed them underneath the palm of my hand. So what that means is these aren't like things like you go pick them up every month. No, they're just your glass contacts. They're $1,000. And then I also couldn't see. And they're obviously prescription, so you have to order them. So I'm blind right now. They are not coming for about a week. And SiteMD, SiteMD was not answering me for about a week. I was calling them. They weren't answering me. They were saying, please leave a message. I'm like, I'm fucking blind. You need to answer the phone right now. So then like finally I called and like the operator picked up again. And I was like, and guys, you know me, I'm always on like the worker side. But I was like, you fucking listen to me right now. You are not hanging up this phone until you either connect me with my doctor or you figure this out yourself. And I was like, I know it's not your fault, but you are not hanging up and you are not transferring me. Long story short, he said, go fuck yourself. And I didn't get help. And then you want to know what happened? My mom calls once. I didn't even know she was going to call. She just felt bad. And she calls once. I was calling all week. And they called me back and they're sending me a contact now because my fucking mom. So thanks to my mom, I'm blind. It's been hard. Like, guys, it's hard because back when I was blind before I got the contacts, I was used to it. But number one, my eyesight has gotten worse. Number two, when you start wearing glasses, contacts, or whatever, you get used to that vision. So now when I take like them off, like at night, I'm extra blind, like even more than I was because I'm not used to it anymore. So like trying to work and like do anything this week has been such a struggle, but we're here. And I don't know how I look, but hopefully it's good. Guys, this is, okay. I'm letting you into, you're welcome. This is me. This is him. What is it? This is the real me. What's that song? No. This is real. This is me. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be now. So when I itch my throat, I either go or, and everyone's always like, what are you doing? And I'm like, how else would you like me to do it? Everyone's like, oh, like eat a lollipop. It's like suck on a Jolly Rancher. No, the fuck? What, if your arm is itchy, you're going to press a Jolly Rancher against it? Go fuck yourself. I'm going to do that. Okay. So deal with it. And that's where we're at. There's some, guys, I missed some hot topics like last week. They're kind of old now, but one, I just want to say that I cannot get off my mind because I'm depressed. I'm so depressed about it. Lil Tay, do you guys remember her? Like, I'm the youngest flexer there ever was. I got stacks on stacks on stacks and I'm 10 years old. Like that girl. She turned 18 and started an OF, which is disturbing, very disturbing. And in her first 3 hours, she made $1.3 million. That's really disturbing, number one, because who is subscribed? Like, it was on her 18th birthday. Like, yesterday, she was 17. Disturbing. Number two, it's disturbing because she has $1.3 million in 3 hours. That's also really disturbing when we're all here working our asses off for peanuts. Peanuts, I tell you. Okay? So, Lil Tay, congrats, but also, wah. Wah. Seriously, just wah. Like, I'm sad. Happy for you, though. That's really good. That's crazy. You guys, everyone always, no, but people are always, like, in my, like, DMs or, like, people in real life are like, oh, you should start no off. And I'm like, no, I should not. Absolutely not. And I'm not. Guys, this is actually probably going to be in the episode, like, advice, but I've come to the realization that I'm kind of attractive. I'm kind of hot. However, and I'll tell you how I came to that realization in the advice portions, but I would never. Oh my God. Because people I know are going to be subscribing just to see. Like, absolutely not. I would never do that. I still am very private like that. Not doing that, not showing that. No, you're not going to see that unless you want to pay $1.3 million in 3 hours. No, you guys, you know what? I don't know if I would do that. Because unfortunately, not that I think it should be this way, but that takes away a lot of other sponsorship opportunities. It takes away other opportunities to go on a TV show or do other things, which is kind of crazy because, like, people have done way worse than start an OF or, like, have nudes leak and they're still on TV shows. Like, we have ex-prisoners who are celebrities and models and things like that. So I think everyone's priorities are a little bit skewed, but either way, I'm not going to do it. And if you ever see me with one, just know things got really bad. Things got really, really bad, but I would never let things get that bad for myself, I don't think. Not that things are bad for the people who do it, but for me personally. Okay, let's relax here. Last episode, I talked about how I like Brianna chicken fries. She reminds me of someone from the Northeast, this, and that. And, like, yes, that stands true. I do like Brianna chicken fry. However, of course, guys, this always happens. I remember right before Dramageddon, back in, like, 2018, I made a video called, like, what I really think of popular YouTubers or something. And I went through, like, Jeffree Star, Shane Dawson, James Charles, like, that whole Trisha Paytas, everyone who was involved in the Dramageddon and the drama at that time. It was, like, the week before I made this video. And I was just saying how much I love them. They're all amazing people. I love them because everyone loved them at the time, right? The week I post that video, Dramageddon happens. They're all canceled. And then, of course, like, people are just, like, fucking stupid and not looking at, like, when I posted it, and they're like you're endorsing them right now, like, they're racist and this and that. And I was like, I posted it like 4 days ago and this all happened 2 days ago. Like, I don't know what's happening. Anyway, I had to, like, private the video, but This happens to me every time. I was on a Brooke Schofield tirade last year. Tirade. I even posted a TikTok about her and it got like 700,000 views like that week. She gets canceled off the face of the planet and everyone's like, oh, so you support a racist? And I'm like, no. Okay, so this always happens. And last week, I was going on about Brianna Chicken Fry, how I like her. She reminded me of this, and that. And of course, I also spoke about how Oscar and Trisha talked about me on their Patreon. Okay. Trisha and Oscar and BFFs, Brianna and Josh Richards, are now in like World War III. They're in like crazy internet beef, like going back and forth at each other on each other's podcasts because Brie and Josh interviewed Adam Sandler for the movie Happy Gilmore 2. They interviewed him. Oscar is a professional interviewer. He has an Emmy. He went to school for it. He's been doing it for over 12 years. He's amazing at his job, and he's also Oscar. We love Oscar, and I would choose Oscar any day of the week. I love Oscar. But my point is, I do like Brianna Chicken Fry. Like, I'm not choosing, you know what I mean? I like Brianna Chicken Fry. I like Oscar. If I had to choose, if Oscar, like, put a gun to my head and was like, you choose, I would say, okay, you Oscar. Because I'm actually, like, friendly with Oscar. Okay? And I like him. I watch him way more than I watch Brianna. He's a part of my weekly routine. Anywho. Of course, the week that I'm like, you know what? I like Brianna Chicken Fry. I like her. Like, I like that she says what's on her mind, this, and that. Of course, they get into the beef. Anyway, so yeah, they interviewed Adam Sandler, and Oscar went on a live stream on his YouTube channel, not on just Trish, just on his personal YouTube channel, you know, whatever. And he was like, he found out that they interviewed him. And obviously, Adam Sandler is a huge part of Trisha's lore because Trisha loves him and whatever. So when Oscar found that out, he was like, what? Are you serious? Like, they interviewed him? Like, and he was kind of gagged by it. And he was like, not shit talking them, but he was kind of just like, I can't believe they interviewed him. And like, he didn't say, I can't believe they interviewed him and we didn't. But it was kind of like giving like that vibe, whatever. He was just saying whatever. He didn't say anything bad. And anything he said is like constructive criticism because he's an expert. He's a professional. So whatever. Anyway, they saw it. And Brianna, they went on their podcast then, BFFs. They saw it. And they were like, you know what, Oscar, fuck you. Like, go fuck yourself. Like, literally, they said that. And then Brianna also said, you know what, Josh, maybe Oscar has a crush on you. And Oscar, that's, like, kind of annoying. Like, just as, like, a gay guy, like, oh, maybe he has a crush on you. Like, no, you don't have a crush on every guy. You know what I mean? So that was annoying. I don't know. It got into this whole messy beef. I mean, I was going to say I don't want to get involved, but if it'll get me views, I'll get involved. But that was a joke, everyone. Sometimes I'm like, do I have to say when things are a joke, or does everyone know to just never take me seriously? So yeah, it's just this whole messy beef. But I was just like, of course, anytime I praise someone and say I like them, they get canceled. So guys, watch it. If I like you, you better pray I don't talk about it in a video because the cancel demon, the cancel Grim Reaper is coming for you with his pitchfork if I'm talking about you in a video. Okay? I would watch out. Really spooky things. I'm like, I love Leo Skeppy. I love him. Leo Skeppy, I just love him. He's so genuine and I love him. I'm kidding. Guys, I don't know what my thing is with Leo Skeppy. I was hanging out with a friend the other day and they were like, oh, do you know Leo Skeppy? I love him. And I was like, yeah. Maybe me and Leo Skeppy genuinely would be really good friends in real life. Like maybe he is just a really real person and I just don't enjoy his content. That could be the case. But there's no reason for me to say that. I'm being problematic and I'll stop. I'm sorry. This is my apology video. Guys, I'm really sorry for what I said in my past 10 seconds. I didn't mean it. I'm a different person now. And I learned from this experience and I'm moving on. See, I'm taking accountability before I get canceled. And that I think is a really big thing that people need to do moving forward. That's my advice to you. Take accountability now. Do it now. Guys, if there's something someone's mad at you for, I want you to do a 180 and be like, well, let me look at it from their point of view and see like why they could be mad. And even if you don't get it, try to understand it from their point of view and take some accountability. Even if it's not your fault, take accountability for your part. That's some good advice, okay? I mean, I suppose we could get into some advice now, okay? I didn't like plan this. I don't really have many, I don't have like screenshots or anything. I'm just gonna be looking at my story. So let's see. This is the issue, guys, because there's like a lot of things like how to make friends in your 20s when you don't drink or party. Okay, so I really don't drink or party. I know it seems like I drink because anytime I drink, I talk about it, but I typically don't drink. I don't like going to bars. Like, honestly, I don't like drinking isn't my thing. Like if we're going on a boat or something, like, yeah, it's fun to drink. Like it's fun to drink and have fun. But like I would never be like, ooh, like Saturday, I'm gonna like go out to the bars and I'm gonna invite some friends. And like never in my life. That is so not fun for me. I would rather play a board game or a video game. It's just not, you know what I mean? Okay. My point is right now, giving advice on things like this, like so many people are asking me like breakup advice, things like that. And I asked you to, but I'm realizing like I'm in the midst of it. Like I'm handling it well. So I guess I can give some advice from my perspective. And I guess that's what you guys are looking for. But I've realized like I need advice. And I really do want to film this episode again, another advice episode with someone else to get like another perspective as well. Because that's usually what me and Sam used to do. And it's fun to get two perspectives of like different people who live different lives. You know what I mean? But yeah, I am in the midst of a breakup. I know it's been like 5 months, but again, my life completely changed. Everything completely changed down to just everything. So I still feel like I'm in the midst of it. I don't know if like the other party involved feels that way, but I do. So that's where we're at. I'm just like, but as far as making friends go in your 20s without drinking or partying, I think there are apps. Like there's the Bumble Friends, there's things like that. So obviously that's like the easy answer to say that. But I think, and I'm realizing this now, you guys, I think this took me a while of being alone to finally be like, wait, maybe I should. But like joining some classes or hobbies, like, oh no, I forgot to shut my air conditioner off. Sorry if you guys have heard that. I'll shut it off now. Joining classes or hobbies, even if it's like an art class or like a walking group, a running group, a workout class, Pilates, like something like that, I think like I'm really gonna have to do. I don't know what, but I'm gonna have to do something because I am very lonely. I've been very, 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 very lonely. And like I think you guys have learned I am a very mentally strong person. So like it's not like I'm depressed or anything like that, but I'm very severely lonely. I'm not someone who ever liked being alone. I always like, even as a kid, like growing up, I would always like follow my mom into every room she was in. Like I never liked being alone. And like, sure, during the day, like here's the thing. I was alone 90% of the time when I was with Zach because he was always at work and I was in Florida and I had no one and I was alone, but I always knew he would be coming home at night. And like, I didn't feel alone because I had like my person, you know what I mean? But now it's that all over again, but I don't have anyone. And like over the course of my relationship, I stopped talking to a lot of friends, not on bad terms, but I was friends with a lot of Zach's friends who I thought like were my real friends because I thought I would have them forever. You know what I mean? But like, they don't talk to me anymore. There's no bad blood or anything. They just, I guess, feel they have to be loyal in a situation where there are no sides. I don't know. But yeah, I don't have any friends anymore. I have Stephanie and Sam, but Sam has a baby and lives in Florida and she's so busy. And we play Fortnite and stuff together. That's fun. But Stephanie is in Texas and she's amazing, but she's really busy with work and her relationship and things like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm really lonely. And like, even like, I kind of dread the weekends because like during the week I work and stuff, but the weekend, you know, my parents are out doing things, everyone's out doing things, and I'm just sitting at home. So I need to make friends. If anyone wants to be friends, like literally DM me. I'm not kidding. If you live in Long Island, like we could, but here's the thing. I don't want friends where it's like, let's go out to the bar, let's go out for a drink. Like I want a friend where it's like at 2 p.m. we could be like, let's go for a walk and get a coffee and then like say bye. Like I want like casual friends. You know what I mean? So I understand it really is hard to make friends, but I think a lot of people when they can't make friends, because I get this question a lot when I do advice videos. I think you need to understand that it's hard for everyone and everyone is looking for that. Like people who aren't in friend groups, everyone's looking for it. And there's nothing wrong with you if you don't have friends or can't find friends. It's really, really hard in this day and age when social media exists and everyone is so preoccupied with their phones and the internet that they're not like outsourcing forms of communication and socializing. That was fucking like intelligent. That whole set like that. Can we replay that? That was, I'm like so scholarly. Anyway, but yeah, I really do, like on a serious note, I do think that this day and age, it's really hard to make friends because of social media. And you would think that it's easier, but no, it's harder because everyone, like, no one goes outside anymore. No one goes out. I don't know. It is hard. I just want everyone to know that you're not alone if you feel like you don't have friends. Because, like, even people like Sam struggles with this. And Sam has a bajillion people who love her, and she struggles with making friends. And yeah, it can feel very alone, and you can feel like you're not anyone's favorite person, or maybe you are in a relationship and you are someone's favorite person. But if you are lonely, just know we're lonely together. Okay, I should merch lonely together. That's got to be someone's. But yeah, it's a struggle. And I think that you need to really focus on yourself and being mentally strong and filling your own cup. That way, everyone else will just be like an added bonus. And when you're not filling your own cup, you can come off like a burden to other people because you're looking to other people for advice, or you're complaining a lot and you're not good to be around. You know what I mean? And when you really do work on yourself and fill your own cup, then your cup will be overflowing. That way you can fill other people's cups. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? So as far as your very broad question of making friends in your 20s, it's something I'm still working on, but I just wanted everyone to know that if you are struggling with it, you're not alone. It is something that's really hard in this day and age, and just keep pushing forward. Things will happen organically. Same with relationships. What to do when you hate your mother-in-law and her blank self hates you? Okay, unfortunately, if you have a good relationship with your husband or wife or whoever you're married to, this can be an issue. There's situations, obviously, where your mother-in-law can be a nightmare, and she can just be seriously like a bad person and horrible. And then if that's the case, hopefully your significant other will see that and distance themselves from her. However, in a lot of cases, it could just be a lot of weird jealousy or feelings pent up, whatever it may be. I don't know. It could just be things that aren't as serious. And a lot of times when people hate each other, they can be really similar. You can hate each other because you are just very, very similar. And maybe that's not the case here, but at least give it a thought. Maybe try to find a common ground of something you guys are similar in, or something you guys like, that you can maybe have even just a bonding minute over, where it can put in her head or your head, like, oh, maybe she's not that bad. And then you can kind of build off of that, because unfortunately, if he does have or she has a good relationship with the mom, that can cause a lot of problems. And if you can be the bigger person, a lot of people in that age bracket, they are really thick-headed and they don't change their minds. So if you can be the bigger person and just deal with it. I see, like, in your, the way you vocalized your feelings, you are very angry and you're calling names. So maybe simmer down with that and try to be the bigger person and find a common ground, or just bite the bullet, unless she is horrible and really doing like horrible things to like hurt you physically, emotionally, mentally, then that's a different story. But if she's just being annoying as fuck and maybe just makes like annoying comments, just bite the bullet. She'll be dead soon. I'm kidding. But like, one day one of you won't be here, and it seems like she won't be first. But I'm just, you know what? Just try to find a common ground. Maybe you guys are similar and you'll wind up liking each other. I don't know. That could have been bad advice, but that's my advice for that. Guys, literally every other question is about making friends as an adult, making friends after moving to a new state. Let's all just be friends. Let's start a group. Let's start a group called Lonely Together, and then we can make merch. And I'll sell it and make all of the income, but at least you guys can wear it. Do you talk about your political views publicly? No, I don't talk about my political views publicly. And I hate when anyone does. And I also hate politics. You guys know this. It's just something that's always stressed me out, because it's caused a lot of fights, like when I was younger, between like my families, like at holidays and stuff. So it is kind of like a trigger for me. So I don't really like politics, and I don't, I like to stay educated on topics, but I try not to have opinions at all. I think both sides are nuts. Both extremists are fucking nuts, crazy. And I could never choose a whole entire like outlook just based off of one side. But I really also don't pay attention to it because it is a trigger. So if that bothers you, go fuck yourself. I don't care. I don't care. I said what I said. It's not my cup of tea. Try to stay educated, and that's that. If you're upset with that, fuck yourself, because I know that's such a touchy subject and it's a trigger for me, and everyone's allowed to have fucking triggers, but God forbid I have one about that. People get annoyed. So go fuck yourself. What are some things you wish you would have known or done in your early 20s? Oh, okay. That's a really good one. I thought we were going to get married, I guess, way more than the other person did. I would love to know that I was more in the relationship than he was, for sure. That would have, saved me a lot of years. I feel like the longer I waited in the relationship, the harder the restart was, because now I'm going to be 33 and I'm like restarting, you know what I mean? So that is nice. And I'm not like being shady, obviously, but I used to say back when people were like, oh, like if I was engaged or if I was in a relationship for 7 years or 9 years, like, and I wasn't married, like I would have left after year 3, blah, blah, blah. And I used to say, like, no, some people just don't want to, but there's a reason he's not putting a ring on it. Okay. There's a reason. So my advice to you is really, don't force. You never want to force someone to marry you, but question what their future plans are. If you're in a relationship like that, that's like, maybe if you're like 5 years in and you're in your 20s, question why. Maybe one of you still finishing school, this or that. Yeah, sure. But if it's just like, oh, you're not ready yet, question it. Not in a, interrogating way, but just talk about maybe your future plans and where you want to be, because you don't want to be here. Yeah. So that also finish school. Even if you have something else that's making you so much money, just even take one class a semester, just finish school. It is so good to have in your back pocket. I wish I finished school. I'm really sad I didn't. Of course, I have this, and I'm a professional editor. My experience like outweighs a degree at this point with a lot of jobs. Obviously, jobs that are still stuck in the past, it doesn't, but I'm in a good place. I'm fine. I would just love, even maybe it's an ego thing, I would have loved to have my degree. And I still can. And maybe I will one day. But like, it's just like right now, it doesn't make sense to put all the money into finishing when I'm making good money and have decent jobs, So it's definitely something I would love to do one day. It's just not for me right now. However, if you are thinking of not continuing school and doing something else, just continue school and do the other thing as well. It might be hard for a couple years, but you will be so thankful in the future, because even like, let's say if you're doing something else that's making you a lot of money, it's really fun for you because you're going to school and you have that to fall back on. Like, oh, I can always get another job. But like me, I mean, I can now because, the experience and everything. But YouTube is a lot more stressful for me, and social media is a lot more stressful for me, because now I feel like I don't have something to fall back on. Although I do, like, I can get jobs based off of my resume and my experience. But like, if I had a degree, YouTube and social media would be so much more fun, because I would always be like, oh, well, I also have my degree. But now it's like, I need to make this work. I need to keep it going. You know what I mean? So that's my advice, is also, finish school and have fun. Have fun. If you are if you're 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and you're in a relationship where you're acting like you're married, have fun. Don't cheat. I'm not saying cheat, but just make sure you're not like settling down too early, where, one day you're going to be older and you realized when you were younger, you didn't have that fun, and now you're single and alone. And like, if you went out and got drunk right now, it would be like, why you're doing that at 32, Am I projecting? I don't know. Not that I want to go out and get drunk, but you guys know what I mean. It's just have fun. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Best friends growing apart after high school or college, how to deal with it and accept it. I think really just try to try to rewire your brain and understand that maybe you're not growing apart. Things change as you become adults, and as you get older, you get a lot busier. You get your own lives, your own relationships, and then all of a sudden, like, you're in a relationship and like your boyfriend or girlfriend's family like takes up half your time, your family takes up half your time, and your relationship, your other friends, like, it just gets harder to see the same person every day. You might move away from each other, and it doesn't necessarily mean you love each other less or you're growing apart. It just means maybe you talk less or you have less time for each other, but you can still maybe have a conversation with them, be like, I love you the same. We are just as close. And I love that we can pick up the phone maybe once a month, or, however many times it is. And you can verbalize to them that, like, I still love you just as much, and we are just as close. We are. We just might not be able to talk as much. So, I mean, if you see that like you're growing apart in ways where they're doing stuff that you don't really like and you're doing stuff that they don't really like, and just know like other people will come along and that happens. I mean, every single person has grown away from friends in their life. That's just how life goes as you get older, especially during that time. But I think that if you feel like you're growing apart just because you're talking less and you feel like they're out with other friends and doing other things and you're out with other friends and doing other things, or maybe it's one-sided. They're just out doing things and you're at home. Just have a conversation with them. Be like, listen, I love you just as much, and I just want to make sure we're on the same page, that like we're just as close. We're always going to be friends. We're going to be 80-year-old friends, but we're talking less. And just, you know, you can let them know, be like, it's giving me anxiety. Like, I still do love you. And maybe it's not giving you anxiety, but I just want to check in and be like, are we still good? Like, I still love you. We're just talking less. And maybe they'll be like, yeah, of course. And then it'll make you feel a lot better. But yeah, if it's just they're doing stuff that you don't really co-sign, then that could be tough. And just know it's normal. And it happens a lot. I had friends in elementary school who like started doing heroin in high school. You know what I mean? It's sad. But life, does it ever get better? Guys, yes. Look, I'm not like, I'm posting, and obviously like I look a lot better now. And I gained a lot of confidence over the last few months, like more than I have in years and years and years. And I'm posting more, and people are like, you're thriving, you're in your thriving era. And I am not. You guys, I'm not thriving. I'm lonely. I'm sad, but I'm not depressed, because I know life gets better, because I know I'm in control of that. And, you know, there's things you have to move around, and you need to create wiggle room to maybe make more opportunities for, or just you have to make wiggle room in your schedule for more opportunities. You know what I mean? But what is that saying? It's so cliche, but it's like what? I might be making this up, but like, you know what I mean? Like where your life is a book and like you're writing it. Like tomorrow, if you want to join a pottery class and you've never even thought of pottery in your life, you can do that just for the lore. Like you can do whatever you want. You can start saving right now. Like you could put $10 aside right now in a savings account to go to Hawaii in a few months or in a year. You know what I mean? Like I think a big thing that holds us back are mental blocks. No, I know a huge thing that holds us back are mental blocks. And we always think we can't, but you can, you guys. Like you can do anything starting right now. Like everyone, if you want to do something, you've wanted to do something for a while that you feel like you can't, or you haven't been able to do for years, or it's one of your dreams, right now, put $10 aside. Start a savings right now. I'm not even kidding. Put $10 aside right now. Do it. And just start that savings. And you know what? Maybe in a week, you could put $5 aside. And in next month, you could put $20 aside. You know what? And like maybe in a month, you'll have $100 saved. Just start a little savings. And even if it's not money, if it's like a skill you want, and like you don't have enough money to start it, or you feel like it's hard and you don't understand it, just start somewhere. Just watch a YouTube video on the skill. It's like, guys, life can be anything you want it to be. And I know that's so cliche, but you need to hear it sometimes. Like it could be anything. If you are not if you're, you know, if you're not happy with how you look, if you're not happy with anything, and like you're sitting like watching Alex Earl or like these influencer girls or guys on social media, and you're like, that'll never be me. It can be, you guys. It's just people are blessed in different ways. Like maybe you don't look as good, but you have more money, or maybe you look good, you look better than Alex Earl to someone else. You know what I mean? Like everyone has their blessings. You know what I mean? And I think that it's really just the curse of comparing, and we need to stop comparing. But let's say you do feel like you are not happy with how you look. Not, you know, no one else's opinions. You're not happy with how you look, and you wish you looked more like Alex Earl. Okay, just go to the hairdresser and be like, I want this hair. Just do it. Everyone is always like, oh, like, I know for me, it was always like, when I lose weight, I'll do this. When I lose weight. But just do it. Start. Because then at least like you have a start. And maybe your hair will make you feel more confident. And then you'll be like, oh, maybe I'll work out today. You know what I mean? Or things like that. And it's not always about losing weight. It's not always about working out or having the best hair. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, I'm using that as an example because it's easy. But do you understand what I mean? Like just make a little Sam actually always made YouTube videos and said like she wanted to be 1% better every day. And like she was doing it mentally or like with her schedule or things like that. But like it could be about anything. If you want to look better, you can just start with like 1%, a tiny little thing. If you want to learn a skill, just start, watch a YouTube video on it, get a little knowledge on it, 1%. You know, if you want to go on that dream vacation, but like you're like, I'll never be able to afford it, put $10 away, 1%. You know what I mean? Life can be anything you want it to. And I think that's something that we all forget. You can start right now. You could start right now. Like I also got a question on what was it? Let me try to find it. I forget what the question was and I can't find it, but it was basically like advice on like starting a hobby that makes you money rather than like your job. Like, and to me, I would say keep your job. Like make sure whatever hobby you're starting you can do alongside your job, because it will make things very stressful if you leave your job and your stable income for this hobby. Like even me, I make like a good amount from social media, but I still have my salary. Do you know what I mean? It just makes it way less stressful. And that's my advice on that. Like if you are gonna, you know, this is kind of like, does life get better? And this other question combined. But if you are going to do something, just make sure you have the stability, because as humans, we need stability. That's what makes us happy. Like we don't want to be stressing about money or about anything else like that. So make sure you have stability. And just, it might take longer, but I promise you it will be so much better, and you'll be able to focus so much better when you're not worrying and having anxiety about other things. So whatever hobby you're going to do, whether it's social media, whether it's whatever it might be, just do it alongside what you're already doing. And it might take up a lot of your time, but if you really love this hobby, you won't care. That was like me with social media. You know, I was working at Chili's 5 days a week. I was in school, but I was also doing social media. And when I was doing social media, I was like relaxed. It was my off time. It was fun. I loved it. And then the second I like made social media my full-time thing, it got really stressful. It got really, really stressful. And like, it felt like work, which yes, we all need a job. I hate when influencers say that. Like, oh, it feels like work. Okay, congratulations. You have a fucking job like everyone else and it's easy. But what I mean is it felt like work, like mentally, it was really stressful because I was stressing about views because I was like, this needs to get views because I need to pay my bills. Do you know what I mean? So it felt like work in that sense, where like it got really stressful and I didn't want it to feel like work because I do love it. So that's why I do always want like a stable income aside from social media. But yeah, sorry if this episode's boring, but I'm trying to give actual advice here. In a calorie deficit, because I'm done being a big back, I'm doing great. I just need motivation. Okay, well, that's really good. Make sure the calorie deficit isn't crazy because, guys, if you want to lose weight, you got to be in a little bit of a calorie deficit, right? If that's problematic, then you blame it on science. Like if that's science, that is what it is. If you're upset by that statement, call Albert Einstein. I don't know what you want me to say. I know this information. Like I know if I want to lose weight, I have to be in a calorie deficit, I have to be working out. And when you're working out, you're burning calories. So yes, calorie deficit. I'm not saying you have to like starve yourself. No, absolutely not. Don't do that. But something I did, I've really been relying on like bowls lately. So I'll get like a big tub of mixed greens and I'll get like the microwavable rice, like the minute rice that you put in for like 90 seconds or whatever. And then I'll just get like all different types of ingredients. Like I'll get like a rotisserie chicken, or I'll make chicken at home like for the week. And I'll throw the rice in the microwave for a minute. Then I'll take like a handful of the mixed greens and I'll like shred them up so they're small. And I'll like mix together the rice and lettuce. Then I'll throw some rotisserie chicken or whatever meat I have in there. And then like I have feta cheese. I'll throw feta cheese in there, the Kalamata olives, some dressing, or I make this really good healthy tzatziki. I could put if I forget to put the recipe in the description, let me know. But guys, it's so good. It's made with like the low-fat Greek yogurt and like lemon. It's really healthy and it's good. So I'll do that and I'll have like little Greek bowls, or I'll mix the rice and lettuce together, put the chicken in, and I'll put like pico and cheese in there, and I'll have like little Mexican bowls. And my point is like, I'll just have the rice and the greens like ready to go. So I could just pop it in the microwave 90 seconds, mix it with the greens, and then just throw whatever I want in it and eat it. And it's a really like low calorie meal and it's so filling. And I can have it whenever, like even like late at night if I wanted a snack, instead of snacking on like chips or like door dashing like ice cream or something, I'll just be like, 90 seconds, I can have like one of these delicious bowls and they taste so good. And I'll just throw like the olives, the lettuce, the rice, everything in a bowl, mix it all together. And it's so good. And like, you can put, if you keep eating these bowls, like, cause really all I eat are these bowls right now. Like I'm like hyper fixated on them. I could put whatever dressing I want. Like if there's like this unhealthy dressing, I could put that and mix it in there. Cause like, that's all you're having that's bad. Everything else is good. It's rice, it's lettuce, it's meat. You know what I mean? So you can put like your favorite unhealthy sauce on it. Like, don't be crazy because you'll never be able to sustain it. But for me, I know a lot of people think I'm like on Ozempic and stuff in my DMs. And I'm like, no, I've just found a way that I enjoy eating and I am fixing my relationship with food. And, you know, I hate cooking. I do, because it takes forever. It takes me forever, at least. I'm really bad with following instructions like that. You got to clean everything. I hate it. But this is, you just pop the rice in the microwave, you take a handful of greens, and then you throw whatever other ingredients you want in it and mix it. And it's quick, it's easy, it's delicious. And I can add some like little unhealthy things that I like. You know what I mean? So that's something that really works for me. So if you guys are interested in eating healthier, just always have rice and lettuce on hand and then just throw whatever, mix it in there and you'll be full and satisfied. That's my advice. I love my boyfriend a lot. I've been together for a long time. I don't feel happy though. What do I do? Okay, I'm triggered. Put your phone down and go talk to him. Tell him. Sometimes they just need to know. Yeah, I love you to death and I'm really happy you came to me for advice. Go talk to him. You need to tell him. You don't have to break up, but you love him and maybe there's just some stale parts of your relationship. Maybe some things need to change. Maybe you guys are spending too much time together, too little time together, whatever it may be. Talk to him, not me, not your friends, because your friends are going to be like, dump him, girl. Just dump him. Like, no, talk to your friends. I mean, no, don't talk to your friends. I mean, you can, but talk to him and just say like, I still love you and I want to stay together. I want us to get married. I want this life with you, but I am feeling a little more distant. I'm feeling a little bored. I'm feeling whatever you're feeling. Talk to him about it so he knows, because not everyone gets that, period. I'm triggered. Yeah, go talk to him about it. I think if he is mature and he is the person, he'll be able to sit you down and be like, okay, what can we change? Maybe you are doing something, and this is something I took accountability for. Maybe you are doing something that makes him do something you don't like. Or like maybe he did something that makes you react a certain way. And then because you're reacting a certain way, that makes him react a certain way. You know what I mean? Like you just need communication. You need communication. Go talk to him. Right now. Do it. And honestly, DM me for a follow-up on my personal Instagram. Not Sidetracked. I don't check that as much. DM me because I want to know. Don't make it a hostile thing. Be like, make it a very we thing. Like, what can we fix? Because people can get defensive. You know, some people get defensive. But yes. Talk to him. God. Making friends in your 20s or 30s. I have no one. Guys, I would love to create like a Discord or a group chat for us, everyone who feels like they don't have friends, to just like talk like you would in a group chat to your friends. But I wouldn't want everyone to like pay more attention to me or like obsess over me that I'm in there, or like, you know what I mean? I would want it to just be genuine and everyone talks to each other, and like that would be fun. But I wouldn't want like when I type in the group chat, like all of a sudden everyone responds, like, and when someone else talks in the group chat, like no one responds. You know what? I would want it to be equal. So that's why I hesitate with that a lot. But I think that would be really fun if we did, if someone created that. I don't know. Do I have to create it? Do I have to be the one? I don't know. But I think that could be something fun that we create, where we could have like a group chat and we all just kind of talk about like guys or girls or whatever you want to talk about. If you feel like you don't have friends, I think that could be fun, right? I don't know. How to not depend on someone else to feel complete. Damn. I'm no longer at a point where I feel like I need someone to feel complete. And I never was before my relationship. But a big problem that I had and what I did is, again, I became friends with a lot of his friends who were my friends, but we just haven't talked since, really. I put all my eggs in one basket and I was like, no, we're getting married. Like, this person says we're getting married, so we're getting married. And I should not have done that. I should have kept on filling my own cup. And I wasn't. And then over the years, because I wasn't, I became just like a shell of a person. Like, I had no hobbies. I didn't do anything. I had no friends of my own. Like, and I probably became boring. And you just don't want to do that. You want to continue to fill your own cup because you know what? Water evaporates. I don't know what that means, but just keep on filling your own cup and just, finding new hobbies and staying motivated and going to the workout classes because that really is good for your mentality, and just stay on top of your hobbies and your friends and keep your own relationships aside from just your, love interest relationship, because you want to always be one complete person, because if you're not, you can be in a not the best predicament one day. And, again, everything will be okay even if you are in that predicament, but it's just easier to not have to go through that stage of like, who am I? I need to figure this out. But yeah. So always just fill your own cup and keep on doing your own thing. And you guys will be a power couple rather than what, but you know what I mean? I just started taking Vyvanse. Did you up the dose? Were you able to socially drink? Love you. Okay. I love you too. Thank you for submitting your question. No. Okay. So I was on a way higher dose of Adderall, Vyvanse, and I couldn't sleep. It made me a bitch. It gave me anxiety. It was crazy. And then I didn't take it for a little while, like maybe a month because there was a shortage, or a month and a half. And then I started Vyvanse, just like 20 milligrams. Really, it's like the lowest you can get of Vyvanse. And it worked just as good, and I never upped it. And I just keep on doing that. I try not to take it I don't take it on the weekends or days that I don't really need it. So that way it continues to work. And yeah, I could drink with it. There's no issues. Even when I was on a higher dose, there was no issues for me with drinking. Yeah, no, I love it. Changed my life. I definitely recommend if you need it. But yeah, no, I know a lot of people are like, it stopped working. I need a higher dose. But if it stops working, just maybe don't take it for like 5 days or like a week, and then take it again and it'll start working. Promise. And make sure when you are taking it, you're not taking it every day. Take it on the days you need it. Even if it's just Monday to Friday and you're off Saturday, Sundays, you'll be fine. But try a lower dose. It really works in a way where like you don't feel like you're like you don't feel it, but it's working. And I like that. I prefer that. I used to think I preferred like where I was like high strung and like going crazy, but I like it way better this way. It feels like it's what it should be. It feels like it's what I need and no more. It feels very like natural. How to talk to someone that you're interested in. Okay, so this is a good one. For me, I think you just talk to them. Like, I know, guys, it sounds crazy, but just message them, hey. Because first of all, if you're messaging them, hey, on social media, or even if you're just going up to them to talk to them, they're going to know, like, they're going to say like, why are you talking to me? They're going to know there's an interest without you saying it. You don't have to be weird and be like, I like you. You know what I mean? Just talk to them normal and just be yourself. Don't try to be someone else. Don't be like, this is awkward. Just be yourself as if you were talking to one of your friends, because if they're your person, if they are someone you're going to date, they're going to like you for you. And like, you're never going to want to have to keep up this like facade of someone else. Just be you. And I've learned that. I mean, maybe because I'm as old as dust now, but like, I'll just talk to someone and I'll be like, hey, and just talk to them normal, how I would normally be. And if they don't answer, if they don't like me, okay, like I don't like you then. Like, you know what I mean? Or we don't vibe. It's not that like we don't like each other. We just don't vibe. And that's that. If they like you, they'll talk to you. You know what I mean? Or if they're nice, maybe you'll be friends, whatever it may be. Just go and talk to them and be yourself. Because the only scary thing that like the reason why we get nervous is like, oh, what if they don't like me? Like, I really like them and I think they're really cute and I want them to like me. If they don't like you, they don't like you. If they're not going to like you, they're not going to like you no matter what. Nothing you say or do in the first conversation is going to determine your fate with them. Just start getting to know them. And if they get to know you and they start liking you, they're going to like you. So say hi. The good old hello. I need advice on how to take Andrew TMI on a date. Message me, DM me. Is that, oh my God, I'm like James Charles. Like DM me. Well, first of all, how old are you? Second of all, little spooky that you don't have a profile picture, but you know what? Message me. Message me a selfie. I'm kidding. But no, yeah, I don't know. Let's go on a date. Let's do it. Guys, I think that's all the advice I have for today. It's dark and it's triggering me because I like good lighting. Jenna, me and Jenna have fought so much over the career of our sidetracked. Over our sidetrack career, we fought so much because I'm like, the lighting. And she's like, just no one cares. Just sit the fuck down and film. But it's triggering me. It is. Okay. I love you guys so much. I hope I gave good advice. I think I ate, but maybe I'm going to get canceled in 10,000 ways. But I really think I ate. I think I devoured. And I didn't even get through half of it. So if you guys want another advice episode with just me with someone else, let me know. Maybe I'll do the next part. You know what? Maybe I'll film another advice episode for my YouTube channel, like for like Andrew TMI, because I need a video. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah, we'll see. Or I'll just do another one here. You guys let me know. Whatever you want. Mold me. I'll do whatever you guys want. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. We'll have another guest soon. And I'll see you next week.